Hello, hello, thanks for joining me, Lourdes, here on Expansion for Love. I am so grateful that you are here today because I want to share with you a deck that has just really spoken to me and actually helped me work through the healing process. So all these beautiful decks, right, are here as tools because the work that we could do to heal and to love is within us. That power is within us. It's been given to us by the divine, and it's beautiful. So that deck today, as you can tell by the title, is Sacred Rebels. This is by Alana Fairchild. Let's get her name right? And the artwork is it someone else? Autumn Sky Morrison. And it's a beautiful oracle deck. And you can see, even in the imagery here in the front, there's the child, the more intermediate human here, and then we've got the more advanced human. I just love it. It's so wonderful. And the description for this beautiful deck is called Guidance for Living a Unique and Authentic Life. And these cards, I guess I'll go a little bit more, right? We'll start with the more physical aspect of these cards. Just look at this beautiful artwork, right? Look at that. Lovely, lovely. Kind of like that inner part of our humanity, right? And then that outer meat flesh side of us. But what I have here is excellent shuffleability. Like, they're great. They're glossy, as you could tell. Very, very glossy cards. And also just excellent. Like, I love how these cards move. They feel great. And they have, like I said, this box is a good, like the usual easy to travel with box, protects all of your cards. The book is great. This great guidebook is pages long. And here's the author herself. And she shares with us, this oracle is dedicated to those who aren't afraid to rattle cages, ruffle feathers, and rock boats. From a place of loving service to the spiritual evolution of humanity, may your rebellious heart beat with the power of divine grace, and may your soul thrive as together we create a world that is fully awakened to love. Oh my goodness. And this deck is numbered, and so it's very easy to go ahead and find all of the different cards. You'll find the numbers there. She also has an excellent layout for a suggested spread for your cards, and this is called the egg, the spread that she has here. All designed, ready to go. The first card says guidance for the new life and creative awakening happening for me now. Then card 2 is any blocks or issues that I'm working through to allow this to happen. Card 3 is the gift that is coming to me through this process. Card 4 is guidance for interacting with the outer world during this process. Card 5 is special messages for my higher self and spiritual guides on this matter. And card 6, guidance for my bringing this process into practical manifestation in my life. So that is an excellent, beautiful card suggestion. More ways to work with the deck. Alana has a lot of beautiful journals you can use. I will tell you that I have multiple of her decks, and they're deep. I don't know how else to say it. I kind of, I want to give things away and I don't want to give things away, but I'll share with you here, right? We're reviewing. I'm going to share with you. Her journals are fabulous, so I really recommend getting that if that's something that you feel called to, that you would like to kind of sit down in the morning, in the evening with, throughout the day with. Something that would just really feed you and encourage you and uplift you, and also kind of show you in your face things that are really helpful within yourself to draw out and start working on. Very call to action oriented, which of course is what we love here on Expansion for Love. But then I really wanted to share with you a beautiful experience I had myself with these cards. Just one of them. I've had multiple, but this was a healing experience. And for that tool to be here, right, for us to help us heal from past, from present, right, like is pretty significant. Money can't buy that. So I was doing just my own personal read, and especially asking the divine for just guidance on just the work that I need to do, right, within myself, especially so that I can continue to share with you, right, and to be cleared and cleansed and whole, and which of course is a life process, right? But the card that came out for myself was this, listening for truth. And this woman is here holding this seashell, right, this conch shell that she can hear so much from, right? When we listen within a shell, we hear kind of sounds that are coming from it, right? When the air pulls through, and it's almost as if you hear like whispers of the universe, right? Talking to us through those shells, and it's amazing. It sounds so much like the ocean, and yet it's the air going through the shell that is the sound we hear, right? And communicating so much to us. But this card within the guidebook talks about that number 36, that it has is a special number to me. And I was like, wow, that caught my attention, right? And then I was like, listening for truth, okay. Well, before I go on, I've got to, let's look at this image just for a little longer, right? You have these beautiful eggs here and this kind of energy coming from them, right? And that's close to her heart center here. And she's in the darkness, right? Just spending that time listening. And a couple of things spoke to me from this. And it was, the truth speaks to us constantly, but not always in words. It may communicate through a feeling that is hard to put into words, but brings an inexplainable sense of peace, trust, and the knowledge that somehow everything is going to work out perfectly, even if there is a little evidence of how it's all going to happen. And it even speaks about when you listen beneath the words that are coming through to you, through the press, through newspaper, through media. I was like, wow, that's amazing, especially right now being an election year. Because these truths that are coming, that when you listen deeper, they're preaching love. They're preaching the truth that's underlying and all around us. And the call to action here was a healing process that is right here in the back of this page for this number 36, for this listening for truth. And the healing process says to place your hands lightly on the front and back of your throat and to say these words. I now release all vows of silence I have ever made, consciously or unconsciously. It goes on, but the moment that I was doing this for myself, I began to cry. My body began to release. My throat chakra was having an emotional release, right? And it was beautiful. It was an energy healing process. And then it goes on to say, I now release all lies, deceptions, and painful words, spoken or unspoken, that are affecting my ability to clearly know and speak my truth, to clearly know and to speak my truth. I am held in unconditional love and protection and grace. So be it. You have finished the healing process. You might like to say something true to anchor it. How about, quote, within me, beyond all that rises and falls, only truth remains, unquote. So that beautiful, powerful process was actually brought healing to myself, and I needed to share that with you because I have to explain how incredible these tools are. They are designed for that purpose, and sacred rebels are not afraid to confront that shadow side, right, of ourselves and of others. And as light workers and earth angels, we're here to do these things, right? And sharing that truth within ourselves is where we need to start, because that truth, from there we can speak the truth of the divine, the truth of the spirit, the truth of the universe. And I don't know how else to tell you how special that is, right? Like, here is number 13, power of attraction. And you see the attraction going on between these two beautiful souls. And this is one that's spoken to me and to us within our readings. You can look back at some divine feminine reads, if I'm not mistaken, this beautiful image of this woman just in prayer. Faith in process, number 32. And the artwork's just wonderful. I think we've gotten this before. Against the grain. Going against the grain there. Oh, this is beautiful. Inspiration. Inspiration that we visualize. It's within ourselves. This co-creation, this ability to co-create. That inspiration is within ourselves, and we can share it. Share it is what we must do. It's so exciting. And going beyond the normal. This has also come out in a read before. For Divine Feminine, if I'm not mistaken, it could be for creatives. It's in one of those readings. Be sure to go check them out. You guys, please subscribe, hit that notification bell so that you don't miss any of the videos that we're producing. And if you liked this, please give it a like and share it with others. And if you have this beautiful deck or you've been considering buying it before, please let me know. I'd love to hear down below. We'd like to hear from you. And thank you so much for joining me and letting me share that with you about this beautiful Sacred Rebels Oracle deck that I just really, really love. I love all my decks you could imagine, but some of them have, like, for example, as you know, actually gone and helped me through the healing. And I know that it could do the same for you, and that's why I encourage you and want to show you these things for yourself. So thank you, you take care, and we'll see you next time, okay? Bye.